In this video, we're going to be going over dragging features in Instant 3D in SolidWorks. Starting off, in order to enable Instant 3D, you're going to want to be on the Features tab, go all the way to the right-hand side. And for me, I have to click this. As you can see, it's already enabled for me, but it's right next to your curves option. What we're going to be doing is moving and copying at first. And let's go ahead and start with something simple. You just hold, click, and drag a feature in order to move. And to copy, it's the same thing, just hold the control button. And there you can see we have moved and copied. Oh, we did not copy. Let's try that again. Now, as you can see, it's copied. Now we're going to try something a little bit different that actually has dimensions established with it. We're going to control, and as you can see, it brought up that. Now you'll be given two different options. The one on the left, delete, is a little bit easier, so we'll go with that and then come back to the dangling. In order to do that, you can see that these holes have been freely placed here, and you can make dimensions as you see fit if you wanted to edit them. Now we're going to undo that and come back and actually dangle the dimensions and show how that's done. Control, drag, in order to copy. We're going to dangle the dimensions, and as you can see, you'll get an error prompt because the reference dimensions are not the same because it's not located on the same face or in the same position as well. So we're going to go ahead and come in here to edit this sketch. All right, and you can see the dimensions right here that need new locations, and you can click and drag this red dot. And as you can see, those dimensions have now gone from, I guess, yellow or bronze to black. The next dimension we are going to grab, we are going to place and make our origin point for our circles equal to that line. And then once we exit the sketch, you'll see that that has been corrected. Now, after making all these features, in order to make things a little bit easier, we can always come in here and click to add to a new folder. And we'll name this fillets and holes. All right, and now for everything that we have just done, we're going to come in here and just drop it into this folder and make the organization a little bit easier. And then when you open the folder, you can see that that's where all our new files are located. Our next example is going to take place between two tiled components, so give me just a moment to set that. Now, as you can see, I have our two tiled components set up. What we're going to do is transfer the fillet from one component to another. In order to copy or move, it's the same exact thing. You're just dragging from one window to the next, and you'll be given that little arrow option that looks a little different from your normal cursor. And as you can see, that fillet that of a 10 radius has been moved over here, not only physically, but you can also see on the feature manager on the left-hand side, it is there as well. The last thing we're going to go over in this video is going to be organizing an assembly, or an assembly's components, excuse me, by creating folders. And the first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to select the top of this, and we're going to make a small folder for all the solar panels and the frame on the top. So that way, if we wanted to maybe take the top of this and put it in on another base or something of that nature, we could always do that. The first thing we're going to do is click add to a new folder. Now we can name this top of assembly. All right, and from there, we're going to go ahead and put the other, oops, drag that a little far, I apologize. My goodness, I can't get a bearing on this thing to save my life. Oh God. All right, we're going to add that solar panel, and then we're going to come in here, find the frame, drag it into here as well. Now, if you wanted to go even further, you can now see that these three components are in there. We could take another folder and create it and then select all the components along with this subfolder if we wanted to actually take this whole frame right there and put it in there. And that would be another way to establish some organization in this as opposed to just having all the parts floating without any organization, as you can see in the feature manager tree. Thank you very much.